So energy patterns, okay? They're all about how are we working on ourselves at this time. Because anything can happen, but where are you with yourself? So it always comes back to you working on you, working on you. And you are extraordinary. You're like a crazy museum. It's so worth it to go inside yourself and see what's in there, right? But however, the energy patterns of February presenting themselves is going to offer you an opportunity for self-development, self-discovery, growth, okay? Growth we can celebrate, growth we could be frustrated with. It's growth. It's your choice whether you want to hate it or embrace it. All right, so it's time. All right, I'm going to get in the zone here. We're talking about next month, okay? We're talking about February energies. We're talking about a wise message that is going to be of value to anyone who is listening. The question is, are you listening? Are you capable of listening? Listening is receiving. Receiving is transformative. So conversations aren't just some like thin stream here of meaningless material. This is useful across all time and space. This is made out of some kind of enrichment, okay? And enrichment is watering the garden today. And so ask yourself, how are you watering the garden of yourself? You putting some toxicity in there, some negative self-talk? It's proof, happens all the time to you. Watering your garden with that crap? No. You're watering your garden with love, right? Find out what your heart is seeking and honor that. Listen. Listen to the most quiet voice within yourself, even if it seems impossible, seems to go against the grains, okay, of what makes sense to your logical mind that's clutching on, begging that things are not going to be difficult, they're not going to have to change, I'm not going to have to be a different person to navigate this. No, the silent voice knows what to do, okay? No matter what happens in the world, the silent voice knows. So I'm getting in the zone here, okay? Give me a moment. My first experience, I'm stepping into the quantum field, the infinite universe. I'm stepping into the energies, okay? And my first experience is, oh man, this is really, really thick. This is really, really dense. I don't know what that's saying yet, but we're starting here. There's some density. That's going to require some effort to move through it or some responsibility to change it. And so when you change that density into something light as air, you can flow, okay? But you're trying to muscle your way through this, it's going to feel freaking exhausting. All right, that's my first presentation, all right, of February. Just a moment here. I'm choosing to sit down and I'm touching the material. And the material is actually made out of consciousness. This is consciousness that is really, really big. And it's strange because it's acting like it needs to be heard as though it is not heard. And it just seems to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. But what's weird is that it is heard. So there's a misunderstanding within itself. Within itself, it needs to start saying, I am heard. It actually needs to self-realize and say, what is the end goal of my actions? So have you ever met someone who just goes louder and louder and louder and louder? But the thing is, they're always heard. But it's strange because it's as if they're not stopping for a minute and asking themselves, what is it that they need right now? Because you're heard. So what do you feel like you're not receiving? Because being heard doesn't seem to be enough. What is it that you need right now? So you may need to ask yourself, in what ways do you need to be heard? In what ways are you heard and not realizing it? But let's say you feel like you're definitely not heard. What else is it that you need? Because if you are heard, then what is the result? What is the action that is then something that is going to help you feel better? So you need to ask yourself, what is the end goal here? What is the end goal? But I'm being shown that there's something wiser about this, because the I desperately need part to be heard, now I'm huge and you still don't hear me, now even huger, I'm giantess. A blah, 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 big, and it's still not heard. Like that. Oh, shucks. No, this is actually desperate. It's sick. So desperately needing to be heard. This isn't the right way to communicate, because there are genuinely people that desperately need to be heard because they're in so much pain, genuine pain. But there's people that need to be heard that are in a different kind of pain. And there's chaos in that. Desperate need. And so now, are you listening to yourself? Big question. Are you listening to yourself? Because you hear you. You hear you. Do you love you? Do you love you? Are you listening to you? Are you holding you when you feel like you just can't get the message across and you can't receive what your needs are? Your needs are met right here in your heart. It's the wisdom part. Because you're whole already. And desperation is the first step towards illness. Desperate. Desperate. There's a level of madness to it. It's requirement. It's desperate. It's needy. It's possessive. It's controlling. It can be quite extreme desperate. It can create extreme animations, chaotic actions. I'm wondering if this is on the individual level or the global scale too, because whatever we're going through individually, we're also going through collectively, okay? So when I go through an individual change and I'm paying attention and I'm noticing, wow, something new is happening here, that means it's not just me, it's everybody. But how I'm going to be affected by that new thing is mine. How you're going to be affected by that new thing is yours, okay? And that's kind of the cool part about it, is that we're all going to be hit with the same energies, but we're all going to respond to the energies in our own unique way. And so the world is kind of a big kit and caboodle of uniqueness, unique responses to energy shifts and changes, because we're always being molded and shaped and molded and shaped and molded and shaped. And so what is the lens of your reality right now? What brings you back into your Buddha level self? What is have you ever met your Buddha level self? If you were aspiring to be that cool, hey, cool person. Wait, are you aspiring to be Buddha? Oh, no, you're not cool. All right, if you're aspiring to be Buddha, okay, because you're that cool, how would you handle the situations that you're in? How would you handle the people? This is where this quiet voice inside yourself is like the voice of Buddha or Jesus, or it's as a collective movement that understands the harmonious balance. The harmonious balance. The mind tries to figure it out. The heart understands the truth. And then the mind rejects the truth. And the mind is desperate now. But the heart understands that, you know what? I think it's time we let this go. And we find a different approach. We find another way. It's building a better relationship with you. It's circulating the energy back. It's finding your inner peace and letting that be your active self. People who are peaceful, what a threat. Peaceful people are a threat to what? People that are desperate. They try to make you desperate. They try to get you to react. They try to break you from your foundational balance of peace. But you don't have to give that to their madness. You're giving up yourself for what? This is your inner peace. This is your cool Buddha nature. There is wisdom here. It's check your heart. Your mind is going to go places, but check your heart, okay? See what it says. It's okay if your heart says it differently than your mind, if your heart disagrees. And you don't know how to honor what that is, because that is surreal. So your heart has its own language, and it's worth listening to. All right, so what else about February? Of value to all. What else about February? Wow. All right, so when they show me these sensations of fear, I have a hard time being convinced about it, but at the same time, I can see it, you know. So I'm basically facing the sensation is so I represent humanity or represent the experience. So I'm in the experience right now, and the experience is like, whoa, slathered with fear. Fear that is humongous. And there's these turnstiles, okay? And the turnstiles say it's like if you have what you need, like you take the ticket turnstile, and I'm going to go through, or it's going to count the number of people that are coming into the store today. You know, it's a turnstile. All right, but this is a wall. This is a block in a huge slathery fear space, and everything is in the dark, and there's something being asked of me. This is the experience. So February is asking something of us, okay? This is the experience, is that we have to face something of a wall and fear. Okay, so what next? Oh, it's up to you. I hear all these kind of, I don't know, they're pathetic voices. They're like, I'm not good enough. I can't today. I feel terrible today. No, not me. You know, it's just like, why? Why? Why do that? Why say that? Why live like that? Come on, man. Come on. Be cool. Be cooler than that. And so I get to this turnstile, just like, hello, I am Abbey. And the turnstile looks me up and down like Sesame straight up. But I know thyself. I know thyself. I know thyself. I know in this moment, I can honestly admit, I'm afraid of this. I'm working on that. I am humble. I know myself. Okay? So I come completely crystal clear. And I'm not putting myself down. I'm not building myself up any more than I just authentically am. And I'm showing up, okay? I'm just showing up. Give this my best shot. I'm showing up. This is the best I can offer. This is me, okay? It's weird because this evaluation is assessing, and it does not like what it sees in whatever I represent as authentic person. And in a way, this assessment has a very cruel eye. It seems to approve of those who put themselves down, but it does not approve of those who are strong in and of themselves. And I was like, who gave you the qualifications? Who decided you were the master of decision making? Oh, this energy has to be faced. This energy has to be confronted. This is a concept within society. This is, let's take the weak and put them into high positions. Let's take the strong and break them down. This is a concept. And I don't know if I've identified it quite correctly, because my guides are saying, kind of, not quite. So I need to give this a little bit more time with my language. All right, so basically it represents a force. It represents an influence within society. It's big, okay? It's within people though too. It's not just it's within people. People have adopted this as well. I'm really gonna have to slow down with this. It's almost strange to the logic of it is very strange to me. I feel like I don't even know if I can put language to it properly. Let me see if I can step into this energy and define it differently that way. Oh, this is as weird. Okay, this might take some time. I mean, I literally am gonna have to sift through all the pieces to try to put the puzzle together. This might even blow your mind. This might not even be unbelievable. Okay. All right, imagine that there is a vision here. And the vision then is seeded into the mentality of people, the population, so that the population is educated in their perception of what makes it a good world. In order to achieve a goal, this is basically like psychological conditioning. That's what this represents. You're going to have to face psychological conditioning. And it doesn't like strong people that are individuals, independent thinkers. It does not like independent thinkers. It prefers people who are weak. And weak people are constantly They're putting themselves down all the time for all the right reasons, and then they're distorted on what actually builds a good community or a good society. And they're just major distortions on where the foundation of it all begins again. Just think about the farm, right? If we don't get up in the morning and get our butts out there and start doing the farming, well, there isn't going to be anything to eat. Energy that is put in then provides. Okay? So if we don't participate and all we do is focus on ourselves and creating noise and complaining, then the farming's not getting done. Hello, starving to death. So what builds a foundation for a strong society is where we're putting in our energy and our time to the betterment of everybody. And everybody wins now. And there is a lot of different kinds of farming out there, right? It's not just about farms. It's just about like technology, it's sciences, math, and outer space. And there's all kinds of avenues that you can take, right? Write a book. You can do all kinds of stuff. Drive a truck. There's all kinds of avenues where you put your energy in, and that benefits the world. When you show up, the world is grateful for you. If you don't understand that, see, even if people thank you or they don't thank you, it's a thankless job, the world still benefits, and somewhere inside every single person there is gratitude for you. So I'm going to say it, thank you, okay? I have gratitude for you. I have gratitude for you. And so this is basically, it's like an education. It's a seed planted in the psychology of the population that is creating a distortion, so we forget what creates the foundation of a strong community. This is where we come together to see the value in each other and we work together. Okay, it's almost like there are those people that are going to sink into defeat and then let defeat guide their life path. And there's others that are going to be independent individual thinkers and going to say, nothing's going to stop me. Why would I let it stop me? I'm going to keep following my heart, do what I got to do. So at the turnstiles, I'm actually being stopped, and then I'm being assessed in a negative way. And then those who are free to go through, even though nobody really ever goes through these turnstiles. I haven't seen a single person get through these turnstiles yet. Of what is strong or is weak. It's almost like all that really exists on the other side of all of this is the one that assesses and then psychologically conditions the population, and that's all it is. So February is really facing psychological conditioning. And so what benefit is there in being a strong person? What benefit is there in being a weak person? If you're not going to get through the turnstiles either way, who are you living your life for? Yourself, or some idea, some movement, some righteous action that makes you a good person because you're a righteous person? Because you're a controlling person? Or because you're genuinely good? Because you're cool like Buddha, right? This is bringing it back to the heart. As you're going to have to sit with this. You're going to have to be silent and sit with this in the heart. Because that's how you're going to actually grow. Be a real person today. A real person. Okay? I'm supposed to just pause for a minute. It's not about what you get in the end. Is you get to live for yourself. You get to live for yourself and see what you're made out of. Is really the reward. Is getting to live for yourself and see what you're made out of, no matter what happens, is the reward. Is I got to know my soul. I got to know my fears. I got to face those fears. I got to try my best. And no matter what happened that tried to break me down, I just kept honoring my heart, even if it didn't matter a single thing to anybody. It was mine. It was my choice. It was my life. It was mine. That's where the true character comes from. Because I know I'm doing the right thing, because I honor my heart, right? And so I'm really alive. I'm a genuinely alive person here. Genuinely alive. So this is what I've got. This is what I meant to share. Hello, February. Welcome. Okay. Welcome to February. Do I get to pass through the turnstiles? Well, I'm going to just keep being myself wherever that takes me. All right, that's all I got for this entire experience here. I just had a phone call, so it kind of blipped me out, and now I've come back to just wish you all well. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you all so much. If I can help you in a session, you can book one at my website, abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I'm also on Patreon. Just check the description for the info. All right, take care, everyone. Bye for now.